This is a project that I've been working on for several months. It's a greenhouse. Inside the greenhouse is an aquaponic system in which we're growing cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, and there's fish in the greenhouse as well. We're going to take just a moment and walk inside the greenhouse so you'll be able to look at what I've been building with the help of Gonzalo for the past couple months. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go inside the greenhouse. Nice and hot in here. So we'll start over here with the fish tank. We cut out a shelf for the fish tank, as you can see here. And the fish tank itself is buried in the ground. We dug a big hole. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see much, but that fish tank goes all the way down in there. Right down there is a water pump that pumps a lot of water out. And there are 6 fish in the fish tank. Maybe we'll be able to get some video footage of the fish in just a little while. But the water pumps from the fish tank up this black hose, up into this top tank up here. And this is an aquaponic system. If you look up into this top tank, you'll see that we have a small colony of duckweed growing, and we have a faucet to control the amount of water that comes in. There's also some algae that's growing down here. The water flows into this tank, and this tank serves as a grow bed for the duckweed and the algae which the fish eat. So this food is all the stuff that grows up here is going to be used for fish food. Inside this strainer is a pipe, and the water flows through that pipe down into this container here. And this is our flush valve system. You can see the flush valve right down there. And you can see that little pipe that runs there and there and there and through the wall. And I'll come around and show you what happens once this whole system is filled with water. Once that system is filled with water, it begins to siphon out of this spout here. As it siphons through this spout, it goes into this container here, and this container fills with water. As this container fills with water, it gets heavier and heavier, and then drops. When it drops, it pulls on this little string here, which is on pulleys, and lifts the flush valve open. Once the flush valve is open, all of this water drains out through this pipe here and drains into these 2 grow beds right here. In the grow beds, we have all sorts of different things growing. Here's some romaine lettuce, some chives. We have this little guy that's sprouting, and then we have a little guy over here that's sprouting up, and that's a red tomato plant. You can see the sprout there. It's a little red tomato plant that's sprouting up. And right here, unfortunately, the top of this one got broken off, but that's a beefsteak tomato plant that's sprouting up. And right over here, we have, let's see if I can get it in focus. There's some cucumbers that are sprouting. Cucumbers that are sprouting up. So once all the water flows into these 2 grow beds, it flushes down into these pipes here. And these pipes have controls on them so that we can manage how much water stays inside the tanks as it flushes out. Flushes through the pipes and back into the fish tank. Now, how does this system work? The fish excrete ammonia through their urine and through their gills, as well as some through their excrement. That ammonia mixes with the water and is pumped up the pipe into the top grow bed. And then it's flushed down through the system into these grow beds here. These grow beds are filled with pea gravel. There's no dirt used at all. The pea gravel has two different types of bacteria. The first bacteria breaks the ammonia into nitrates, and then the second one breaks it down into nitrites. And then that is absorbed by the plants, and the water is then pumped into the fish tank as clean, pure, filtered water for the fish to enjoy. So the fish get their water purified, and the fish also grow the plants, and the fish grow their own food up here. So it's a completely closed system. As you can see, this water bottle is now siphoning and filling with water, and you'll be able to see it drop pretty soon. Just dropped. Now the beds are filling with water. As the beds fill with water, the water begins to come out the bottom spouts. Now these top spouts are just in case the beds overflow. And if those bottom pipes get clogged, the overflow pipes will still make sure that this whole tank doesn't run dry. Alright, so this whole flush system runs about every 10 minutes. This bottle here will slowly empty of water, as you can see it emptying through a hole in the cap. As the water bottle empties, it will get lighter and lighter, and it will eventually go up and close the flush valves and keep the water from flowing out these pipes. Alright, my wife and I, we built a shelf down below the grow bed, so that's what's there. Here is our seed germination box. The greenhouse is made out of polycarbonate sidings, and we have a shade cloth over it. And then up here are windows to let in fresh air. And then if we want to work in the greenhouse at nighttime, we have a light switch. We'll have to take some video at night. But there's the light switch, and we can work on the grow beds and work with the fish at night. So, everybody, that is our greenhouse. I hope you enjoyed it.